Happy day students. Class 10 Social Science Geography Chapter 4. Let us look into the chapter Agriculture in detail. India is an agriculturally important country. Two-thirds of its population is engaged in agricultural activity. Agriculture is a primary activity which produces most of the food that we consume. Besides food grain, it also produces raw material for various industries. This is a flowchart of various types of farming. First is primitive subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming, commercial farming. We are going to read in detail about each type of farming. Let us start with primitive subsistence farming. This type of farming is still practiced in few pockets of India. Primitive subsistence farming is practiced on small patches of land with the help of primitive tools like hoe, hoe, and digging sticks and family community labor. This type of farming depends upon monsoons, natural fertility of soil, and suitability of other environmental conditions. It is also called as slash and burn agriculture. In this technique of agriculture, farmers clear a patch of land and produce cereals and other food crops to sustain their family. When the soil fertility decreases, the farmer shifts and clears a fresh patch of land for cultivation. This type of shifting allows nature to replenish the fertility of soil through natural process. Land productivity in this type of agriculture is low as the farmer does not use fertilizers or other modern inputs. It is known by different names in different parts of the country. Here are some of the names it is known in India as well as in the world. Let us move on to intensive subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced in areas of high population pressure on land. It is labor-intensive farming where high doses of biochemical input and irrigation are used for obtaining higher productivity. Though the right of Now there are some problems that are associated with this type of intensive subsistence agriculture. The right of inheritance has led to division of land among successive generations, and it has rendered land holding size smaller and uneconomical. But the farmers continue to take maximum output from the limited land in the absence of alternative sources of livelihood. These are some ways you can write the features of intensive subsistence farming in the form of bullet points. Let us move on to commercial farming. The main characteristic of this type of farming is the use of higher doses of modern inputs like high yielding variety seeds, chemical fertilizers, insecticides, and pesticides in order to obtain higher productivity. The degree of commercialization of agriculture varies from one region to another. Rice is a commercial crop in Haryana and Punjab, but in Odisha, it is a subsistence crop. Plantation is a type of commercial farming. In this type of farming, a single crop is grown on a large area. The plantation has an interference of agriculture and industry. Plantation covers large tracts of land using capital intensive inputs with the help of migrant laborers. All the produce is used as raw material in respective industries. In India, tea, coffee, rubber, sugarcane, banana are important plantation crops. Tea in Assam and North Bengal, coffee in Karnataka are some of the important plantation crops grown in these states. Since the productivity is mainly for market, a well-developed network of transport and communication connecting the plantation areas, processing industries and markets play an important role in the development of plantations. Let us move on to different types of cropping patterns. Here in India, we follow three different types of cropping patterns which are Rabi, Kharif and Zaid. Let us start with Rabi. Rabi crops are sown in winter from October to December and harvested in summer from April to June. Some of the important Rabi crops are wheat, barley, peas, gram and mustard. Though these crops are grown in large parts of India, States from north and northwestern parts such as Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Uttarakhand, and Uttar Pradesh are important for the production of wheat and other rabi crops. Availability of precipitation during winter months due to western temperate cyclones help in the success of these crops. Let us move on to Kharif. Kharif crops are grown with the onset of monsoons in different parts of the country, and these are harvested in September and October. Important crops grown during this season are paddy, maize, jowar, bajra, arhar dal, moong, urad, cotton, jute, groundnut, and soya bean. The important places are Assam, West Bengal, coastal regions of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Maharashtra. The other cropping pattern is Zaid. In between Rabi and Kharif season, there is a short season during the summer months known as Zaid season. Some of these crops produced during Zaid are watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, vegetable, and fodder crops. Sugarcane takes almost an year to grow. Next, we are going to read about major crops of India, which are categorized as follows: food crops other than grains, horticulture crops, non-food crops, and fiber crops. Let us start with rice. Rice, it is a staple food crop of majority of people in India. Our country is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China. It is a kharif crop which requires high temperature and high humidity with annual rainfall above 100 centimeters. Rice is grown in the plains of north and northeastern India, coastal areas, and the deltaic regions. Developments of dense network of canal irrigation and tube wells had made it possible to grow rice in areas of less rainfall, such as Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, and parts of Rajasthan. Wheat is the second most important cereal crop. It is the main food crop in north and northwestern parts of country. This rabi crop requires a cool growing season and a bright sunshine at the time of ripening. It requires 50 to 75 centimeters of annual rainfall evenly distributed over the growing season. The important regions where it is grown are Ganga Satluj plains in the northwest and black soil regions of the Deccan. The major wheat producing states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, and parts of Madhya Pradesh. Millets, jawar, bajra, and ragi are the important millets grown in India. Though they are known as coarse grain, they have very high nutritional value. For example, jawar is the third most important food crop with respect to area and production. It is a rain-fed crop mostly grown in moist areas which hardly needs irrigation. Major jawar producing states are Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh. Bajra grows well on sandy soils and shallow black soil. Major bajra producing states are Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Haryana. This was according to 2011 and 12. Ragi is a crop of dry regions and grows well on red, black, sandy, loamy, and shallow black soils. Major ragi producing states are Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Jharkhand, and Arunachal Pradesh. Maize is a crop which is used both as food and fodder. It is a kharif crop and grows well in old alluvial soil. In some states like Bihar, maize is grown in Rabi season also. Use of modern inputs such as HYV seeds, fertilizers, and irrigations have contributed to the increasing production of maize. Major maize producing states are Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh. India is the largest producer as well as the consumer of pulses in the world. These are the major sources of protein in a vegetarian diet. Major pulses that are grown in India are arhar, urad, moong, masoor, peas and gram. Major pulse producing states in India are Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. Food crops other than grains. First, we start with sugarcane. It is tropical as well as a subtropical crop. It grows well in hot and humid climate with an annual rainfall between 75 centimeters and 100 centimeters. Irrigation is required in a region of low rainfall. It can be grown on varieties of soil and needs manual labor from sowing to harvesting. Oil seeds. In 2008, India was the second largest producer of groundnut in the world. Different oil seeds are grown covering approximately 12% of total cropped area of country. Main oil seeds produced in India are groundnut, mustard, coconut, sesame, that is till, soya bean, castor seeds, cotton seeds, linseed seeds, and sunflower. Groundnut is a kharif crop and accounts for about half of the major oil seeds produced. Gujarat was the largest producer of groundnut, followed by Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Castor seed is grown both as rabi and kharif crop. Tea cultivation is an example of plantation cultivation. It is also an important beverage crop produced in India initially by British. The tea plants grow well in tropical and subtropical climates endowed with deep and fertile well-drained soil rich in humus and organic matter. Frequent showers evenly distributed over the year ensure continuous growth of tender leaves. Tea is a labor-intensive industry. Major tree producing states are Assam, hills of Darjeeling, Jalpaiguri district, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu. Meghalaya, Tripura. Darjeeling is famous for unique quality of tree production. Coffee is a plantation crop. It is an important beverage crop and grows on hill slopes. India produces 3.2% of total world coffee production. India coffee is well known for its good quality throughout the world. Initially, the Arabica variety of coffee was brought from Yemen and produced in India. The cultivation of coffee was initially introduced on the Baba Budan hills. Major producers are Nilgiris in Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Horticulture crops. In 2008, India was the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables in the world after China. India is a producer of tropical as well as temperate fruits. Mangoes of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and West Bengal, oranges of Nagpur and Chirapunji, bananas of Kerala, Mizoram, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu, lychee and guava of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, pineapples of Meghalaya, grapes of Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra, apples and pears and apricots and walnuts of Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh are in great demand worldwide. India produces about 13% of world's vegetable. It is an important producer of peas, cauliflower, onion, cabbage, tomato, brinjal, and potatoes. Now let us move on to non-food crops and start with rubber. Rubber is an equatorial crop but under special condition. It is also grown in tropical and subtropical areas. It requires moist and humid climate with a rainfall more than 200 centimeters. Rubber is an important industrial raw material. It is mainly grown in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Fiber crops. Cotton. Here Cotton was India was the second largest producer of cotton after China. It grows best on the drier parts of black cotton soil and requires at least 6 to 8 months of rainfall. It requires 6 to 8 months to grow. Cotton requires high temperature, high rainfall, and 210 frost-free days and bright sunshine for its growth. Major producers are listed here. Next, we move on to jute. Jute, it is known as golden fiber. Jute grows well on well-drained fertile soils in the floodplains where soils are renewed every year. High temperature is required during the time of growth. West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Odisha, and Meghalaya are the major jute producing states. Technological and institutional reforms. Agriculture, which produces livelihood for more than 60% of its population, needs some serious technical and industrial reforms. Collectivization, consolidation of holdings, cooperation, and abolition of zamindari were given priority to bring about institutional reforms in the country after independence. Land reform was the main focus of our first 5-year plan. The right of inheritance has already led to fragmentation of land holdings, necessitating consolidation of land holdings. The Green Revolution, based on the use of package technology, and the White Revolution, that is Operation Flood, were some of the strategies initiated to improve agriculture. Provision of crop insurance against drought, floods, cyclone, fire, disease, establishment of Grameen banks, cooperative societies, and banks for providing loan facilities to the farmers at lower rates of interest were some important steps in this direction. Also, Kisan Credit Card, personal accident insurance schemes are some other schemes introduced by the government. Bhudan or Gramdan and land reforms. This talks about Vinoba Bhave. Mahatma Gandhi declared Vinoba Bhave as his spiritual heir. He also participated in Satyagraha as one of the foremost Satyagrahis. He was one of the votaries of Gandhi's concept of Gram Swarajya. After Gandhiji's martyrdom, Vinoba Bhave undertook Padayatra to spread Gandhiji's message covered almost the entire country. Once, when he was delivering a lecture at Pochampalli in Andhra Pradesh, some poor landless villager demanded some land for their economic well-being. Vinoba Bhave could not promise it to them immediately, but assured them to talk to the government of India regarding provision of land for them if they undertook cooperative farming. Suddenly, Sri Ramchandra Reddy stood up and offered 80 acres of land to be distributed among 80 landless laborers. This act is known as Bhudan. Later, he traveled and introduced his ideas widely all over India. Now, a few economists think that Indian farmers have a bleak future if they continue growing food grains on the holdings that grow smaller and smaller as the population rises. Indian farmers should therefore diversify their cropping patterns from cereals to high value crops. This will increase income and therefore reduce environmental degradation simultaneously. India's diverse climate can be harnessed to grow a wide range of high value crops. With this, we come to the end of the chapter. Kindly read the content that is given in the textbook. Thank you.